Hello, welcome to another tutorial. So in this tutorial, we'll be learning how to connect to AWS IoT using Codesys. Okay, so this lesson is going to be complicated, so fasten your seatbelt as you listen carefully so that you won't miss any of the steps. Okay, so firstly, please bring up into you must have a AWS IoT account. Okay, you must have a AWS account. Okay, please create it. And then two other prerequisites is to download Codesys Security Agent and Codesys IIoT Library SL. Okay, so to download these files, you need to create an account on Codesys, but don't worry, it is free. So please, please do create your account, and sometimes the marketing material can also reveal extra updates to help you improve your skills in Codesys as well. Okay, so once you are done, you should be able to have certain files. Okay, you should have these files, your Codesys agent IoT library. Just double click and install the process. Okay, so when you are done, you can begin with creating your blank IoT Codesys project. Okay, so while you're waiting for the installation or the creation of the project, let me talk about the hardware that I have. Okay, so in this tutorial, I'll be using a HMI/PLC from Turk. Okay, this is a TX707, and we will collect the data from a humidity sensor from Banner Engineering. Okay, so and with the information, it will push it up to cloud. Okay, it's a simple setup, so I hope you are interested by this. Okay, so by now you should be more or less done with the creation of the project. So let me scan for make sure you're connected to the device and scan for it, and yes, okay, you are good to go. Okay, so let me turn off my camera. So we begin with adding the AWS library, AWS, and it should appear here. So with this, once it is added, you should be able to use the different libraries available. Okay, you can look for more details over here for the different libraries. Okay, but let us proceed to our main code. Okay, I like to use structured text, but sometimes creating a function block is easier to demonstrate what I am doing. So I will be creating a action to do my connection to AWS server. So now add. Okay, so with the function block, I will drag a block in first. Okay, and I'll call AWS IOT dot and create a client. Okay, now it also give me a simple name. If I click away, instantiate that object and delete away the question mark that you would not need to use. Okay, so as for here, and I will put an assignment on the error itself. Okay, so now I will instantiate a new variable for connection. I will instantiate a new variable for tracking whether there's any error, a new variable for whether it's busy, X, and to finally check if it is connected. Okay, so now over here we'll need to determine a client ID. So with luck, you just create a name. So this will be the ID that will identify the device to the AWS cloud. Okay, so for now I'm just use the ID TX. Okay, so now once that is done, the last slot will be hostname. Why is this hostname? Hostname represents the endpoint where the device will be connecting to on the AWS cloud. Okay, so where do you find this? Go to your IoT core, go to setting, and voila, here's the endpoint. Copy, create a string, and there you go. Okay, so this is a very simple setup. Okay, so we will call this action out, and we'll download it to see if there's any syntax error. Okay. Now once you are done, run it once. Okay, then we can log out. Okay, so with this step done, this is 20%. Yeah, so carry on. Okay, so on AWS IoT Cloud, okay, we'll create a device, go to things, and we can create a thing to represent our device. Okay, next, let's just call this my TX007. Okay, then you can use default for most of the settings. Okay, and I will be uploading my CSR, which is a signing request. Okay, so how do you generate this signing request? Okay, so the CS, okay, so this certificate is how the server is going to authenticate your device to make sure that it's not some other random hacker trying to get into your server. Okay, so it's a very important step for identification. So, and we can start by going to device PLC shell and go in, and we can go to look for cert, get cert list. Wait, no, sorry, get app list. Where is get app list? Insert. Okay, enter, and you should be able to get the web server itself. Okay, so wait, so I'm actually expecting my HMI name over here, so I will need to run it. Perhaps I need to run it first. Okay, and then okay, maybe I try connecting, and there is some error. It's okay, there's some initialization error, but it should be enough for me to get my app list updated. Okay, here it is. So now remember the device name that we created over here. Yeah, okay, so we're looking for this on the app list itself. Okay, so, and you note the number over here is 4. Okay, so for the next step, we'll be running another command called create CSR cert. Okay, and we'll need to pass in a number which belongs to the device ID that you have given. Okay, so if I enter, okay, and I will need to log in and check the log to see whether it has been created. Okay, so it has been created over here. So if I go to the file and I run the refresh, I should be able to go to cert, export, and there should be a CSR file over here. Okay, so now I need to export it over to my desktop. So let me search for my let's go to my downloads folder instead. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it to my downloads folder. Okay, so now let us go to our downloads folder, and you should see that this file is over here. So if I edit with Notepad, you'll notice that this is a whole bunch of garbage. Okay, no, it's not garbage, it is just encrypted. Okay, so right now, if I will need to, from the bar itself, runs command line, and then you need to key in this specific command. Okay, so you need to key in this specific command, openssl iq in, input your input the CSR file and output the CSR file as well. Okay, so this will pass it through the SSF algorithm so that the next time you open the file, it is decrypted. Okay, so with this, we are ready to download the certificate into the file itself. Okay, so now upload back. Okay, from downloads, make sure upload it. Next. Okay, and then we'll attach a policy. So we need to attach a policy to this. Create a policy. Okay, let's just, okay, we'll call it the TX707 policy. Okay, and we'll need to allow connection from, okay, we need 5 separate permission. 1 to connect, 1 to publish, 1 to receive, 1 to, okay, and if you want to publish retain messages, you can add this as well, and lastly to subscribe. Okay, so star, and for resource, right, we'll put a star, okay, to allow you to to make it more open for you to connect to the resource itself. Okay, so now that you are done, okay, so let's see how can we go back. Okay, so now if we go back, TX707, okay, and create a thing. Okay, so now if you go over here, and you'll see that there is a certificate. There is this certificate itself. We'll need to activate it. Should not be showing you my certificate. Okay, which is attached to the policy already. Okay, so now how do I download this certificate? Download. Yes. Okay, so now that you download this certificate, okay, I'm gonna rename this to CR. Okay, so we need this certificate as well as another certificate called the CA, CA certificate. Okay, so now at this point you need to search for AWS server authentication. Okay, yeah, used to be easily available, but it's okay. You can choose the certificate from here. So come over here, you see this RSA big key. Yeah, okay, you can choose CA1 or CA3, but let's just choose, I think 1 is usually the default number. So okay, save link as to the download. You have, this is your CA file. Okay, so now with this CA file, we will need to attach the certificate and your CA file into your device itself. Okay, so now let's go to the view security screen, and you can see that okay, everything is okay, your own certificate and trust. So firstly you need to install your certificate into the CA certificate. You choose the CA certificate into the trusted certificates. Okay, so this will be your certificate authority, and then after that you will need to install the one that you have generated, okay, the CR file. Okay, so that is all. So with this you have installed the certificates. Okay, and then online, and you can reset code. Okay, then you have run it. Okay, so with this, the last step is to connect to your internet. So in order to connect my device to the internet, I will need to go to the device IP address. Okay, so this is okay, so just to introduce, okay, so just to introduce, I actually have a module over here. This is my section. It allows you to connect wirelessly to Wi-Fi, to any Wi-Fi connection by using a third-party Wi-Fi dongle. Okay, can see or not? Okay, never mind. If you cannot see, I'll just post the link again. So this is actually a DWA131, a Wi-Fi dongle from D-Link. Okay, so it's commercially easily available. Stick it into the USB port. Okay, and from there I will go to the network, wireless networking. Oh, your interface disabled, but never mind. Okay, so maybe I need to refresh it a bit because I think it's in shock that I suddenly removed it. Okay, so then I will install it again. Okay, let me make the picture smaller. Okay, and then from here I can browse for the network name that I'm using. Okay, I'm connecting to my handphone, and you can connect to any other. Just know that you need to set a password for it. Wait, let me check. Yeah, okay, correct. So when it is done, it will show that show operation successful, and then I will wait a little bit and check whether the network is up. Okay, yes. I will not show you my IP address. Okay, and then from there on, okay, let's give it a whirl. Okay, scan for the device, connect, log in, and from the connection, I turn it to true. I will connected. Well, okay, that ends the first part of the tutorial where you connect to AWS IoT. Okay, so please watch out for the next video where I will start publishing the humidity information. Toodaloo.